Hi, my name is Caroline, and this podcast talks about the implications of a social pecking order with respect to different animals and humans. So right now I'm in my chicken coop with my 7 chickens, all hens, and they are wearing these red blinders to prevent them from seeing what is directly in front of them and from pecking each other. And we had to put on these blinders because when we introduced 4 new chickens to our original 3, some competition and distress arose and a social hierarchy was established, and this involved pecking those who were lower in order. So the chicken at the lowest rung of the hierarchy got pecked so much she started bleeding on her neck, so we had to remove and isolate her, but the other chickens started overpecking the second lowest chicken in the hierarchy, so we had to find another remedy, and that's where these blinders came in. This social hierarchy is also known as a pecking order, coined specifically for chickens, but other social patterns are seen in other species that can also be described as a pecking order. A social pecking order was developed in populations because of its time and energy-saving nature. Those at the top get first priority over resources, and once the hierarchy is established, there's less competition over food that would otherwise expend a lot of energy and risk injury. Research in the savannas of Africa showed a negative aspect to this hierarchy by looking at the social relationships of baboons. This species does not have to worry much about predators, and instead gets their stress from their own species, as each baboon has a certain status. The research found that their health was correlated to their status, like levels of stress hormones, heart rate, and blood pressure. The higher the position in the social hierarchy, the lower the likelihood of health problems, and the lower the status, the higher the likelihood. Pecking orders can be seen as a form of social organization in humans as well, with the same implications too. Another study, called the Whitehall study, was conducted on a large-scale example of a pecking order system, the British Civil Service, which is structured so that every job is ranked. The results found that the lower an individual was in the ranking, the more prone they were to health problems like heart disease and a shorter life expectancy, while the opposite was true for a higher ranking individual. So what we learned from these studies is that social hierarchies cause issues in the health of those of the lowest levels. However, social hierarchies are functional to benefit populations as a whole by reducing energy expenditure. Pecking orders are seen throughout nature, even in our own species, and help to maintain structure. In the case of my chickens, the blinders removed the stress off the chickens at the bottom of the pecking order and saved them from overpecking and possible death. Hopefully, we will be able to take them off in a little bit, and peace will be restored.